Hey everybody, welcome back to Kicking in the Second Half. Kish YZ. I have another Shooz unboxing video for you. This is the Zion, what is it called? Zion Gen Z? I messed it up. Zion Gen Z, that's what it's called. That makes more sense. Generation Z. Hey, shout out Hugh. What up, Hubert? But yeah, this is his first signature shoe, like officially, through the Jordan brand. You know, when he signed there, you know, sometimes it kind of takes away from what a player can do creatively. But in this instance, I think, you know, obviously they add some elements there as far as his opinion, as far as what they want with the shoe and how the shoe works. But he does have a little bit of a logo there, but, you know, alongside with the Jordan logo that's going to be on the shoe. But no different if you went with Nike. You would have a Nike logo or you know, a different type of brand there. So let's get into, oh yeah, that's right, I always open the tape, that way you don't have to watch me do that since I don't edit. Sorry about that bump. But yeah, here's the box. It's kind of plain, it's kind of beat up too, like. And yeah, just a quick story on this box, on the shoes. I don't know if maybe people were just sleeping on it. I kind of almost hesitated myself, but Hibbett's had these when they dropped on release day, and I forget what day they were. I've had these for a couple days, but I'm just now getting down to the unboxing video. And I was like, man, people aren't buying this. I was like, I so kind of want to get it, because this is not the colorway that I'm wanting, the one I'm showing you. Because obviously the colorway I wanted hasn't been released yet, which is the Noah colorway, Zion's younger brother. He did like a scribble design when he did the Air Jordan 34s, and he's kind of carrying that over into one of the colorways for his signature shoe, which is cool. But I was like, well, I might not have the opportunity to get that if that's a more popular shoe, because I'm probably not the only one that would prefer that colorway. So I went ahead and jumped on these. The first colorway that was available to everybody, it's going to be black and white. So here is his box, and there's his logo. It's Zion. How do you? It's weird. I could see the Zion, but it's kind of crazy how it's in there. It's like Z-I-O-N. Let me see if it works in reverse. Nah, it looks like something else in reverse. But it's like a big Z. But obviously this is a Z, but it's like it's Z-I-O-N, like it's going upwards. There's the N. Sorry, that would make more sense for y'all. Here's the Z, and then the I, the O, and then the N is part of the end of the I. So it's like it goes up, but it's like, I don't know. That's how I make sense out of it. Yeah, so Zion right there. So yeah, cool. It's a black and white box. I like how they split the difference, so it's not super plain. Let me go this way. I don't know if that makes it any better, but Zion Williamson, Jumpman. Plain and simple, straightforward. I mean, that's kind of how it is. Like, if you've never heard of Zion, then you're probably not keeping up with NBA basketball or just basketball in general over the last couple years, because of all his Instagram followers and everything, the YouTube videos back when he was in high school. Hey, shout out to Duke, because that's who he played for, and I'm a big Duke fan anyway. And yeah, obviously these aren't the, I think, was it the PG4, PG2s maybe, when he busted his shoe? PG3s? One of those shoes. He went with Jordan, so hopefully we don't see him bust his foot out of the shoe in his own personal signature sneaker line. Anytime you're dealing with signature sneakers, it should be catered to the player that it's actually named and branded after. So we'll see what happens. Sometimes players don't like what they finally get to test out after a while. I think LeBron did that with like the LeBron 14s or something like that? I can't remember the number. I think it's the LeBron, might have been the 12s. I think he kind of like blew a tire one time, and he just kind of went into his soldiers. But anyway, that's a different story. Here's the paper. You know, I like paper, and that paper is pretty darn, that's pretty dope. I actually like that paper because it's kind of translucent, and it has the symbol on there. So they're doing it right. I mean, this shoe is a $120 shoe. So, I mean, for a signature shoe, and a signature Jordan shoe, like, that's pretty cheap. I mean, you're right there in the Paul George range. And like I said, a lot of people weren't buying this up quickly, because I was able to get on the website with no lag, no nothing, like right at like 10 o'clock or a little bit after 10, because like I said, I wasn't completely sure, but I think I was on a little bit before 10, got in, no problem. And the sizes were available. But like, you check like a half an hour to an hour later, and the sizes were starting to dissipate there, and then eventually by midday they were all sold out, all sizes. So like I said, they were available. I think something else did drop that day, and maybe that's what people were looking for, was the another particular shoe, and they didn't get this one. But I'm glad I got it, because like I said, I wouldn't mind having the first pair of signature shoes for like the athletes that have those signature sneakers, because it represents a journey that hopefully with health they can succeed in continuing that journey and having more signature lines, and then throughout their career add things of elements to the shoe that reflects on their personality and their game. But yeah, here it's just black and white. So, it's kind of a play. The box is kind of a play on the shoe. Black and white, but just like the half and half. This, I guess, is kind of like half of the shoe. I don't know. It's a lot of white. So maybe a third of the shoe is black and then 2/3 is white. But either way, let's get some zoom in. Some zoom camera angles. There's that Zion logo. I guess that's what they're rolling with for the Zion. It's kind of dope. I like that it's a gold accent, and I like how the I is like a lowercase I, because you can get that dot there when the N comes through the O and hits the top of the I to finish off the letter. Let's see this material here. What is that? Y'all tell me, because I don't know. It's like a screened mesh, translucent. I guess, let's see. Yeah, it's definitely translucent. You could see through that. I could see through that. I don't know if y'all could see that, because I won't probably be able to get the proper angle for you to see. There's a little bit there. Can you see where my finger is? Maybe not, but yeah, it's see-through a little bit. So it's on both sides. So here it's like a black overlay. No, actually, no, this is the different material. It's like more meshy. But here's that material right there. And there's like the screen mesh, and then this is like a different type of overlay mesh. It's just mesh. But yeah, so cheaper materials is how they keep the price down as far as resale, or like retail, not resale. I don't know what these things are reselling for, if people have bought it and got it. I'm sure it's some type of markup. I think it was about $200 where people were selling it, so like an $80 markup like the day of, but I haven't kept track with it. But I like how they incorporate the Z here. Like I said, if you're not familiar with Zion, sorry, but yeah, Zion has that Z part cut into his hair all the time off to the side of his haircut. So yeah, to always incorporate the Z, Zion. Yeah, not the big Z, because that was Ogauskas. But yeah, some more of those Z elements. It's almost like this is semi-outline right here in the white. The eyelets look basic. Once again, just a continuation of the material. So it's not a whole lot of different materials. What's this say? Oh, this is dope here. There's a little accent. Shock the world is a little script here. Right here, if you could see that on the translucent outsole part of the heel there. I don't know if that's focusing. Don't think it is, but if I could catch it. Okay, you get some with the light there. Shock. Let's see, the world. If you can see the rest of it. Nope, not going to happen. But yeah, it's right here. So that's pretty cool. Let's dance. Oh, that's dope, because that's what he said at the draft. On the draft day, let's dance. If you remember that, that's right here. So shock the world is here, and let's dance is right there. Let's dance. So I like picking up these little subtle details on the shoe that kind of blends in, but it's there if you look for them or want to look for them. That's surprising that this material just carries over here and it's all flat. I wonder if that's for like impact resistant, because it's like there's no cutout piece here, and it's almost like the transition here is not a whole lot of transition, but you do got the breakage of the rubber grip here, and this pattern is I don't know what to call this pattern, sorry, but oh, look at the Z's in there. That's cool. That's in the background there, and it's like, I guess you can kind of map out that all of this traction is a bunch of Z's itself too, like the zigzags See some of these Z motions going on there. So maybe this whole thing is like a bunch. It looks like a bunch of Z's the more I look at it now. Like you just rotate the shoe, look at small sections of the shoe. You could see the Z's, but I think there's a clear one right here. And I think it's just Z's all over. And then I guess this has to be a continuation of the Z theme here, maybe, of how it ends. For me, it looks like an arrow pointing towards his heel of his foot. I don't know. Then you got the Jumpman logo right here for the Jordan Jumpman logo right there, where your pressure point on your forefoot is. And then let's see what it says up here. Sharonda, Coach Noah, and Tyreek, Tyriek. If I'm saying that right, I'm sure I am. I hope I am. So yeah, I guess there's people who inspired him along his journey and got him to where he's at. That pushed him and encouraged him. And I'm probably not going to be able to pick that up, but that's from here all the way to here is those names. And like I said, Noah, I mentioned earlier, because he's got a colorway coming out, so I'm not sure if he's going to do a colorway in all of these. So Sharonda, obviously, I would say that's his mom. Didn't look this up. Coach is Coach, unless he's referring to his dad as Coach or his stepfather, because I think he has a stepfather. And Noah is his brother, and Tyreek, maybe his other brother. I don't know. Sorry, I didn't research any of this, but that's what I like to do here. It's not all about all the information. It's about you enjoying the unboxing with me and discovering. And yeah, if you have something to add, just leave it in the comments. I'd appreciate it. Spartanburg, Johanneken, Flow, Town, Durham. I guess it's the where he's from, obviously Spartanburg, and just the location. So I guess I'm trying to make sense of this pattern. I think it's something to do with like his journey of being Zion. So like if I'm looking at it as an arrow, because I want to make the story about the arrow here, like the arrow is traveling here to the Jumpman, and let's just say that over his journey, these are the people that's inspired him, and this is where he started from in the Jumpman, and now he's on the rise to his own signature shoe. Do y'all like that? I kind of like it. I'm trying to make sense out of this because I don't know the information offhand, so I am deriving things from the print that's on the shoe. But yeah, a lot of Z pattern here, and I do like that logo. I really like the ZW logo, the Zion Williamson, and I like how it's bigger than the Jordan, so you definitely get that in your face. This is a Zion Williamson shoe, not to be mistaken for just some type of Jordan shoe. But yeah, nothing on the side outside of the Z that really stands out. But that's cool because that's him. That's him. Like, he just naturally stands out. You don't have to say a lot. He's a very, very gentle player as far as personality. I love his personality. He seems like a great dude. And yeah, I just really like that this shoe kind of looks like his personality. Like, you see what you get, but it's kind of like deceptive because it's like, okay, well, this almost looks like it's a borderline low top for Zion, but it probably packs a punch just like him. Like, he's undersized in height for his position, but he's definitely got the mass and the power and the strength to do what he does in his position, which is crazy. And just to top it off, because I'm completely ignoring the obvious, but the print here says Zion in like a marker type of font, which is cool. Like somebody Sharpied it and then covered the whole lining with that. The lining goes to about here on the shoe with the print on the inside, and then the gold Jumpman logo. So I love these elements of the shoe. I like that it's, one, obviously simple for a first shoe, which is what I expect. But I like that there's going to be more colorways. And after seeing this colorway in hand, because, just looking at this, I'm like, oh, that's a very basic shoe, and which is probably what y'all are seeing. But the black and the white tones with the gold, the little hint of gold is what makes this shoe look like it's a little bit more expensive than a $120 shoe. This might look cheaper, like a cheaper shoe, like where it's supposed to be at compared to other models. But for it to be a Zion Williamson shoe, like the hype of Zion, I'm surprised that I was able to get this, because I wasn't really fighting to get this. And like I said, to get it at retail price is also dope. But this is the first pair, not the very first pair made, but his first colorway that's released to the general public of the Zion. The Zion Gen Z, I'm just going to say what's on the box is called Jordan Zion 1. So the first iteration of that. You know what? I should get the other shoe out like I always do. I'm just assuming that nothing's really changed since it's on the other end, since it's a first time signature shoe for him. It's probably not over the top detail. Yeah, same thing. Let's Dance, Shock the World here. So yeah, the same elements. Let's see the names on the back and the location. Yep, everything's the same. It's just kind of reversed, but as far as where they end up on the shoe. But yeah, the same. Except for the inside, it's got that Zion logo. That's the same. That's back here. That logo is inside the insole there, as you can see. I don't see a secondary pair of laces, so black is the standard and only color lace that comes with this particular model here, or colorway. And and then the Jordan logo here. So they did put the Jordan logo on this tongue and the ZW on that one, and then this one has the Jordan logo on the insole, and this one has the Zion logo, or other secondary logo, or primary logo. I don't know which one is the primary and secondary logo inside. So yeah, once again, thank you for kicking the second half, Kish YZ. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube videos if you haven't, and give us a thumbs up if you like the video, and leave a comment if you like or dislike the shoes, or what you think about the shoes in general. And yeah, catch us on Spotify and Anchor.fm for our audio only podcast under Kish YZ, Kish space YZ, and follow us on Instagram and Twitter under Kish YZ, Kish_YZ. And then obviously, yeah, keep it here on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe so you can see our other videos that we're doing out there, our other content, but turn the notification bell on if you want to stay up to date on our latest drops, especially the shoes episodes. We're getting into doing those, but we also do PPFs, which are a very popular video on our channel, where we break down players as an individual, their past, present, and future in the league, as far as where we see them going in regards to the future of their careers through the opinion of the Gen Ys and the Gen Zs. So yeah, shout out to Hugh because of Gen Z. So you make up that other half of our YouTube channel. So and Cousin Fred as well. Shout out to Cuz. Gen Z right there as well. So yeah, you two guys, like to shout y'all out. But yeah, tell me what y'all think. Like I said, I'm definitely glad that I got these shoes, and they're not something that's over the top, but they're something that I definitely am glad I have in my collection for a retail price that that's probably going to be hard to find later on in this original colorway. Just laying around. I don't think it's going to hit the clearance rack. So if you see some and you're interested, definitely get it. Oh yeah, I just picked up something right here. Air Zoom. Air Zoom is right there. So I guess that's the technology that they're using. And my light's not going to let you to pick that up. Sorry again about the bump. But right here. So yeah. So there we have it. Air Zoom. Once again, this has been Kicking in the Second Half. I'm D, and everybody, thanks for joining us. Peace and love.